Hey everyone, Christopher here, and welcome back to another snowy episode of Fossil Forward Finds. We obviously have another snowstorm here in upstate New York, though I think the worst of it missed us and hit New Jersey and coastal Massachusetts. But in any case, we had a few inches of snow out here, maybe 4 or 5 when I got up this morning. So that's all cleared out because we have to make sure that the outgoing orders can reach the mailbox, vice versa. But over the weekend, I received in some hauls. The first one I'm going to show you parts of in this video I got from my good friends over at Flippin' Roo. They're doing a little bit of liquidating of some back stock, and they put together a roughly 14-pound box of mostly foreign postcards for me. A lot of it being topics that I'm already listing, like Panama, Mexico, things like that. So we came up with a deal, paid up roughly around, I want to say $42 for the box, so probably 3 to 5 cents a card. Can't go wrong. I've started sorting, so let's take a look at what I've pulled out so far. All right, I just wanted to give you a quick view of what that 14 pounds looked like. I will say it came much better packed. Everything was individually wrapped in poly mailers. Not every individual card, but they were in bricks of cards to keep everything dry. Garak's inspecting. As you can see, I've already started sorting things out into various categories. And I've already scanned a few in. So let's move on. What do you think, Garak? Goodbye? I think it was a goodbye. Garak just wants the box. All right, before we start looking through some of the postcards in the haul, I thought I would just give it a little update on my scheduler that I've been developing. So as I mentioned in some of the previous videos, I'm doing a lot more eBay scheduled listings where I have topics coming out every day. And I schedule them out in advance. That way, if I'm busy on a day, I have cards coming out even if I can't list. And I make sure that I'm not oversaturating my store all at once with 50 dog postcards. It'll be all right. Over the next 50 days, a dog a day comes out. Keeps customers coming back if there's certain topics that they know that I'm going to keep listing. And it helps even out the sales in the store. And I don't know, it's working for me. Maybe it doesn't work for you. I've been enjoying it so far. And it also is a nice way of me knowing, hey, I haven't listed a lighthouse in forever. Maybe I should go and see what lighthouses I haven't listed. So anyways, this is the sheet I'm working with right now. It's not every category I could list. It's just what I have at the moment. If it's in red, that means I don't have anything currently scheduled. Yellow means the last one scheduled is coming out today. And then green means I have some spare days still. Current date, and that's the last date I'm allowed to schedule out at the moment. So if I were to switch the date around to tomorrow, then it starts changing the colors here. So this one would no longer be yellow, and then I can go and delete the ones next to it. So today, if I didn't list anything today, I would still have 23 cards coming out, which is low. That number has been up in the 30s to near 40s over the past week or so. But obviously, I need to get back into some listings. So let's get into looking at some of the postcards here. So these are some of the categories that I've already pulled out and scanned last night. Doing it this way works really nice with the scheduled, because let's see. Let's find Panama. All right, Panama. Yeah, so Panama, I haven't listed since the 21st, or I haven't had anything come out since the 21st. It was only a couple days ago. But it does mean that if I choose, it's due for some more listings to be scheduled. Go to, let's see, Panama plus Central America, etc. I kind of lumped a few things in here because there wasn't a lot of Panama in the box, at least not that I've found yet. But I can go here. We'll be over there. Pull the Panama cards and then schedule them all out. And yeah, it's just a nice way for me to stay organized and stay focused. So let's just see what we got in this folder here. Mind you, not everything in here is going to be Panama. It's probably not even all Central America. Sometimes I just toss piles together that in my brain make sense and in reality make no sense. So this one's interesting. It's filling the upper Miraflores lock in the Panama Canal. I have not seen this view before, which doesn't mean anything. I haven't seen a lot of the Panama views before. Do a little rough condition here, but not too bad. 1931 from the Canal Zone. Let's see. Stamp is missing on that one. What do we got going on here? This is... yeah, Panama as well. Got some peoples there. That's actually not suitable for kids. Sorry about that. But then again, this is not necessarily a kid channel. Moving on. Got a crowd here. Also in Panama. Got some nice signs in the background. I think that might be a Coca-Cola sign. Can't tell. And just nice seeing old cars. Yeah, this one's Ecuador. I just tossed in, but nice little geology scene. Got farm, homestead in the front there. A lot of these cards, I will say, have some really fun stamps on it. And a lot of them have messages, which will be interesting to read to see if there's anything in there that adds to the value, to the story. Interesting stamp there. Central America, Belize. See some more nice messages, some cool stamps again. Honduras. So you get the idea of that one there. Let's see, what else did I pull out? Let's go to the odds and ends. This is a category where I just pull out wild cards that I find interesting at the time. They might be worth great. They might be worth nothing. Who knows? But there were ones I found interesting as I was going through, and they don't necessarily fit into a specific category. This one intrigued me. This is of the Titanic. You don't see Titanic postcards too often. Now, this one is a 1988 reproduction. It's not a of the period original, but that is okay, I believe. It's Continental size as well. But Titanic is still popular regardless. I've done reasonably well with some of the few Titanics that I've had in the past. So I did a quick look at this last night with Google Lens and a little bit on TerraPeak. I could not find this view as postcard. You could find it as like a reprinted photograph on eBay for 10 to 12 bucks, depending on the size. I think I might be able to push this one a little bit higher, maybe 20. But I still have to do a little bit more research on that. So that was exciting, though, because it's not too often I get to add a Titanic to the list. Easter Island, I haven't decided if I'm going to sell this or not because I just like the whole concept of Easter Island. If you don't know, my second major in undergrad was anthropology, archaeology. So it's geology and archaeology. So I do have a fascination for ancient history and culture, which is probably in part why I like reselling ephemera. But this one's in a bit rough condition. It's got some pretty extensive creasing up in the upper corner here. So I might just keep it, but I'll look it up first. If it's going to pay the bills, I may just let it go and save the next one. But got a nice stamp on the back here. Cancellation with the big old head there. Chili mark there. So be an interesting one to look up. Little message. I'm not sure if I'm going to sell it, but we'll see. Palm Springs Modernism Show. This obviously it's just an advertising postcard. 2004, not that old. I do like listing these type of cards, and I do sell them on occasion. They don't move fast, but this one I just like that they did the large letter format. Here's the back there. Let's see, Palm Springs, California. And I did have two of these, which is another reason why I grabbed it. And then this was just another interesting one. Again, modern realtor advertising, but again, I had two of these. Got individual on the back there, and then the second one here marked as sold, which I thought was pretty neat. So, and then this one, just a little science museum. Oh, I don't seem to have the back. I'm gonna have to fix that. But Science Museum, Chicago, I believe. Let's see. One thing that I was intrigued by when going through this box was how much Brazil was in there. And I don't know if Brazil's a bolo or not. I haven't really listed any, but I know I don't have much in my back stock, if any. So I was excited to see some of that. People are bringing out the snowblowers. So I haven't really looked at these too closely, but a lot of Rio de Janeiro, of course. So awesome waterfalls. So, yeah, a whole bunch of Brazil in there. Nice moonlight scene. Here we go. There's some Rio de Janeiro. I've not been to Brazil. I've been to Peru. I've not been to Brazil. So again, you can see a lot of nice messages on the back of these. Happy birthday. I'm assuming that's what that is. Happy birthday. What's the date on these? 1998. A lot of these are from the same people or going to the same people. This one's 1974. Similar view, if not the same view. A lot of Rio. Look at all these stamps. These stamps are awesome. Finishing up my weeks in Brazil. Anson has bought a guest house. I guess that's just something you do when you go to Brazil. You just buy guest houses. Very nice on ocean. Weather has been warm, but better than the snow in Boston. I think my family out in Boston right now would agree. And better than the cold weather in Florida, which they're doing better than us, but they definitely have had some cold days. All the Brazilian boys say hello. Love, Richard. Well, that's just awesome. Oh, you're upside down. Got a stadium. That's always good. More Rio, 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 Rio everywhere. Another Rio. Okay, you get the idea. A lot of Brazil in there. So of course, there was quite a bit of Mexico, which I found was exciting. Some of these cards, I think it's these first few, they're actually oversized cards. I think 5x7 or so, which is nice. I do fairly well with oversized. They don't necessarily bring a huge extra amount of money, but a lot of postcard sellers ignore them because they don't fit your standard postcard box, standard shippings, things like that. So if you're willing to put the work in for them, they can move reasonably well. So here's some Mexico cards. These are some of the oversized ones. Again, good messages. And then we get back into some more normal Continentals and standards. All different views. I haven't really looked any of these over too closely. It's interesting. Some religious carvings. Cathedral. San Jose. Oh, that's Costa Rica. Well, like I said, my brain doesn't always categorize things correctly. Offshore. Some maps here. We were having a good time. We just thought we'd... Oh, there's one in here. I forget if it was on a Mexico card or what it was, but the back was, don't forget to feed the dogs. So this one's cool with the lightning strikes in the background. Bullfighting. There we go. Don't forget to feed the dogs is on the back of the bullfight. Because why not? It's from Tijuana. Anyways, you get the idea. Whole bunch of Mexico in there. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. A few other things. There's a lot of UK cards in there. Sorry, my brain is scattered. A lot of UK cards in there. So I'm going to start pulling out little topics here and there, little by little. Get those listed. So I'm going to start with the London Eye. Wasn't a whole lot in there, but I haven't seen a lot of London Eye postcards, and I've actually been on the London Eye, which is kind of fun. So I grabbed those. This will be first. Here's a crap ton of Tower of London, so that'll be a lot at some point. I grabbed the Stonehenge because who doesn't love Stonehenge? Again, a topic I don't see too many of. I don't think it's necessarily a bolo, but it's something I enjoy. So grab those. Interesting views there. Let's see, what else did I pull out? There was another one. Oh, and Poland's supposed to be pretty good. I don't come across Poland cards too often, so I grabbed some of those. Had a couple of oversized Warsaw, which I've also been to. You might also notice a trend. I like grabbing the cards or listening to the cards of places I've been to. Brings back memories, I suppose. Warsaw, and then a couple before-after views here as well. So that's, a big overview of what I've scanned so far. There's still a lot to sort. Let me go grab the box and see if there's anything else I want to talk about. Alrighty, so there are in fact some other topics I'd like to talk about from this box. First one is there's quite a bit of real photo postcards in here, actually. that's the stack of everything that is a real photo, or at least I suspect is a real photo, that I'll need to go back and confirm. And they're, mostly actually standard size, but there are some Continentals as well. Different views all over the place. Mostly foreign again, but I did see some domestic in there. Anyways, if you remember, I paid, again, roughly $41, $42 for the box. There's got to be at least 40 some odd real photos there, so that alone is a good deal. So I'm very excited about that. Those I will filter out through that schedule. Not too many Asian cards, which was surprising, but that's fine. I have a lot already in back stock. A lot of, or a fair amount of small islands, so Bermuda, Barbados, Grand Caymans, anything like that, anything Caribbean, anything small islands, small country, I pull aside. I just lumped them all together. Excuse my loud neighbors. And then this huge chunk, a little bit of New Zealand and Australia in there, but this huge chunk, this is all cruise ships, military ships. This is all big old boats and ships. Not a category I usually do a huge amount with. I do list on occasion, but this will be good. This will get me started on that, and once I start going through that bag, that's probably going to motivate me to go through the boats in the back stock and start getting those listed as well and get those on the schedule. Also big brick, but smaller brick of all planes and airports. Another good one. And even after all that, I still have like over half a box of cards I haven't sorted yet. So there's a lot to play with in here. And I'm excited about that. So this is going to take a while. This will just go into the rotation, just like everything else. I have thousands of cards that are in the rotation, thousands of photographs that are in the rotation. But it's always fun getting new stuff. So I think there's probably more stuff I want to talk about, but I always forget. I think that's it, though. Later on this week, I will have another haul video. Photographs. I haven't done a haul video with photographs before, I don't think. Mostly cabinet cards and CDVs, things like that I got on Whatnot. So I'll do that later this week. But anyways, thank you, Flippingaroo, for always thinking of me when you have, well, just thinking of me when you have stuff that you're looking to move on that you think I might like. And I highly recommend everyone, please check out Flippingaroo over on eBay as well as Whatnot. But presently on eBay, they are putting up a lot of bulk postcard lots, great for instant collections as well as for resellers. So go and check them out. I'll try to remember to link that in the description below. Let me know what you think. Did I do well with this box? I think I did. Yeah, let me know how you're doing. Catch you on the next video.